Hello, beautiful people, and thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of The Couch, your space for transparent communication and therapeutic revelation. I am Carrington Brown, your relationship expert, and on today's episode, we are going to be discussing 7 keys for managing anxiety. Right now, with the pandemic and the craziness going on in the world, anxiety is going up, depression is going up, even suicide and suicide attempts is going up as well. And so in order for us to make sure that we decrease these numbers and overall in the long run, destroy these numbers, we have to be intentional about equipping ourselves with the tools that we can in order to thrive, I would say outside of professional help, which is one of the tools or one of the keys that I'm going to give today. But in order for us to be able to thrive one-on-one as individuals in our life, there are some things that we need to put in place so that we know how to handle it if anxiety or depression comes our way and comes against us. So once again, we are discussing 7 keys for managing anxiety. So let's go ahead and get into it. So key number 1 is submitting to God, right? Now, I know it's like, what do you mean submitting to God? How does that play a role or affect anxiety? So one thing I've realized from conversing with individuals that suffer with or struggle with anxiety is that a big part of that is a control factor, right? They are trying to control everything, right? And so when you try to control everything, it stresses you out, worries you, or even makes you anxious because of how things are turning out, because of how things are resulting. And so when you try to control everything, even uncontrollables, it's going to make you anxious because of the result that's going to come from that. And so in order for you to kill anxiety, right, we have to be intentional about submitting that whole total experience and everything in our life to God, because by giving it all over to God fully and allowing Him to have control over it, we become responsible and intentional about controlling the controllables. And then we give the responsibility, power, pressure, stress, anxiety that we were experiencing over to God and allowing Him the opportunity to handle and control the uncontrollables, right? So one key is submitting the situation over to God and just submitting your life to God in general, right? Key number 2 is invest in professional help. There are so many individuals suffering from mental health issues, just like anxiety, but they refuse to actually get help. They're trying to heal themselves or help themselves, when really you need an external source, right? You need a psychiatrist, you need a therapist, you need a psychologist, even a coach, right? I myself even worked with a lot of individuals that suffer from anxiety and just depression and different mental health issues or disorders as well. And so you have to get professional help, because professionals are equipped and trained to help you in these areas, right? And so find you a professional that you connect with and that actually helps you and that you're actually growing from and that you actually like. And invest in yourself, right? One of the things that I hate most about people, or I would say, no, I hate most about people, is that people would rather invest in looking good than invest in being good, if that makes sense, right? People care more about looking good than actually being good. And if they can invest a certain amount of money in looking good and putting out this persona that I'm good, then the actual work needed to be good on the inside, like people will run from that, right? And I don't like that, right? So be intentional about investing in professional help. Key number 3 to handling and managing anxiety is affirmations, right? And the reason why I say affirmations is because a lot of times when it comes to anxiety, in those moments, yes, control is a factor, but along with that, in those moments, it's hard to remember how much control and power you have over your feelings and emotions, right? We have the power to speak to situations and they change. And we have power over our feelings and emotions based on our perspective. And so if we're intentional about speaking positive affirmations over ourselves, what they have the ability to do is proactively elevate us above, the feeling and experience of anxiety. But then in the moment, if you're actually struggling with it in the moment, if you begin to speak it over yourself, you close your eyes and you speak life over yourself. Hey, I am amazing. I am strong. I am powerful. I am above this. and you speak in positivity over you. The power that comes with affirmation has the ability to pull you and push you out of that space of being anxious, right? So we want to be intentional about some affirmations and speaking that love, light, and positivity over ourselves, all right? Key number 4 with managing anxiety is building a community of support, right? In anything in your life, like nobody has been great by themselves. People talk about being self-made all day long. You can't be self-made because if you're a millionaire, somebody had to pay some money, right? So that means that that individual that paid that money played a role in you being better and building and creating what you built. So you have to have a community of support if you struggle with anxiety. Why? Because proactively, you can be consistent about connecting with them, being transparent with them, being open with what you're going through, so that before you even reach a point of experiencing anxiety, you've already connected with an individual who is loving, caring, accountable, wise, that can give you direction and that can be a safe space for you to let go of what you need to let go of. But then along with that, if you're battling or you're actually in a moment of anxiety or anxiousness, you can reach out to this person, say, hey, I'm struggling right now. I'm dealing with anxiety right now. And they can be the individual to help you ease yourself, relax yourself, calm yourself down, and get you out of that space, right? So we have to build a community of support. Key number 5 in managing anxiety is being healthier, right? Now, I'm not talking about mentally, emotionally, spiritually healthy. I'm talking about physically healthier, right? By changing up your diet and creating an exercise routine that has the ability to aid, or I would say decrease your interactions with anxiety, right? People don't understand how much influence what you eat has on everything, right? And so by you changing up your food, right? By you changing up what you drink, if you drink more high quality water, you eat more fruits, more vegetables, more just food products that come from the earth, things that are natural. The way that it impacts you, one of the ways it impacts you is helping you get clarity, helping you get the right energy to be able to thrive and be successful and healthy throughout the day. And so along with that, you pair that healthy eating with working out, exercising, and getting all the benefits that exercising has for the brain. You putting yourself in a position to be able to thrive. Therefore, I'm so mentally tough, physically tough, healthy, right? That when anxiety even tries to come my way, I have the energy to be able to fight. I have the focus and clarity to even see it coming and once again fight it, right? So we want to make sure that we start physically being more intentional about our health, and that's going to assist you in managing your anxiety. Key number 6 to managing your anxiety is express your creativity, right? When we look at safe spaces and we look at outlets, what they do is they give us an opportunity to go somewhere and be in full control of being out of control. Right? When you're an individual, and let's say you're an artist or you're a painter or you're a writer, that level or space of creativity gives you permission to be your authentic self, right? There is nothing that you have to force. There is nothing that you have to be aggressive with. There is nothing that you have to be in control of or even super duper intentional with. All you have to do is go to this place, go to this space and say, okay, this is where I am. Let me just put it in color. Let me just give me a blank easel and go to work, right? Let me just, I forgot what it's called when you do the clay pot and you push the button and it's like, let me create based on where I am right now. And it's a whole lot of successful artists based on dealing with specific feelings and emotions and then going to their vice of creativity and allowing it to be shown and expressed through that, right? So be expressive with your creativity, whether it's speaking, singing, talking, walking, dancing, whatever it is. A way that you can manage your anxiety is about proactively, continually, and being intentional about engaging with your creativity. But even if you're dealing with it, go and express yourself through your creativity. And so the last and final way, or last and final key of managing anxiety is take a breath. Like, breathe. So one of the consequences of experiencing anxiety is breathing. Like, you breathe heavier, shortness of breath, right? It happens. And so I was talking to actually 2 clients today, and both of them, I had to remind them to breathe, right? One of them was super frustrated, and the other one is just always going. And I was just letting them both know, hey, as people, we oftentimes make the mistake of doing so much or being so frustrated or caught up in the moment that we forget to breathe. And what you'll realize is that if anxiety is coming upon you and you take a second and you breathe, that'll ease you. That'll relax you. You force yourself to take you force yourself to take a deep breath. You force yourself to breathe in the good and exhale the bad, right? You forcing yourself to slow down and breathe will give you the ability and the opportunity to really get centered, to get back to yourself, to refocus, say, okay, got it. We slowed everything down. Now let's go ahead and determine what the next decision needs to be. What do I need to do now? How do I need to move forward? Who do I need to call? Do I need to go to the gym? Do I need to go pray? Do I need to speak do I need to recite my affirmations? Do I need to call my therapist or my coach or what do I need to do in this moment? But if I'm going like this, it's hard for me to do that. So by you saying, taking a breath, it frees up your mind to be able to make the next decision, not from a place of emotions or anxiety, but from a place of relaxation, wholeness, and clarity. All right. So once again, beautiful people, the 7 keys for managing anxiety is submitting control to God, investing in professional help, reciting affirmations, building a community of support, healthy eating and fitness, expressing your creativity, and last but not least, taking a breath. I hope this video serves you and helps you if you are an individual that deals with this, or you know of somebody who deals with it or suffer from anxiety. Please share this video with them so they can get this information so that it can help them handle that and manage that better. If you don't already, follow me on social media platforms. I am at TheCarringtonBrown on all social media platforms. Also, if you suffer from anxiety or you just suffer from any type of challenges, struggles in general, and you haven't taken advantage of your free 15-minute consultation, click the link in the description box below. And I would love to begin now working with you and assisting you in creating a plan to help you create the life that you desire and deserve for yourself. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of The Couch. Love you guys. You have a phenomenal day. Peace out.